Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Old club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, old club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills. Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 36 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Flush to his right. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
At the 12-yard line.
Now Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every...
Oh, and now some space to operate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter with Cook. Breaks through the contact. How did he stay on his feet? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he breaks a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Burrow looking to pass. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jalen Virgil, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is now a one-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Burrow will throw. Short throw to Smith. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 52 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down and 4. Here's Cook again.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Allen swinging this out right here for Cook. And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Option play, here's Cook. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes
You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And Davis will have a Bills first down as he's brought down at the 16. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. The slot man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jalen Virgil with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. This is Hines. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines 26 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the delay, it's Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. First down. Here's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to give them a 2-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, some strong running. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 5.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Oh, wide open, complete. Now he's loose again.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. This one may be coming back.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And the lead is now 2.
Next to score, Bengals 31, Bills 29.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They're on 27.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Quick slant caught by Chase. Now he's into the clear again. Jamar Chase. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The drive for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen off the play fake. And Cook has it left side. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Bryce Perkins scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And they're going to speed things up here. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 81 yards. And the Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On play action, Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Yeah, good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals' drive about to get going. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning. They're going to call a timeout here defensively. Here's Burrow. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
This will be taken at the 10. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen. The pass caught by Hardy. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Allen. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing, Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 from Bengals TD.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well. And they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a long... Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And the AFC champion has...